Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh. Shemya Washab, Shemra Kwadash. Double honors once again go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the fellow Akim out there on the highways and byways across the four corners of the world, the earth, that is. Uh, Trying to wake up the remaining hopefully elect. This is Naaman with the DC camp. And, I've been watching these reports about this Nord Stream pipeline. And anyone that doubts, all right. Now, according to this report, the U.S. has come out and said, well, and this should be like, you know, one of these uh, red flags, all right. If you believe that, you know, anyone other than Russia did it, that you're a sympathizer or something to that effect, Anyway, it says here, and this is from U.S. USSAnews.com, and it says, watch, Biden regime threatened to sabotage and destroy Nord Stream 2 pipeline months before explosions. Exactly. As early as 3 weeks before the shit kicked off over there in the Ukraine. All right. Here's Biden's quotes. If Russia invades, then there will no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it. The reporter says, but how will you do that exactly since the project is in Germany's control? Biden, I promise you, we will be able to do that. Wow. Meaning there was forethought. All right, so let's go ahead and play Tucker Carlson here and just listen. As soon as it bear with me here. Here we go. Hold on. Yeah. Let me say real quick before he gets really into it. Let me just say this. All right. In fact, let me do it with scripture. This is, let's see. Here we go. Because this is prophecy. All right, where is it? All right, Edom will be humble. This is the heading. All right, everybody knows about Obadiah. All right, go straight to the, to Esau's ass. It says, let me start at 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right. And you got all kinds of, Psalms 139, you get King David, of course. He hated these motherfuckers, but the point being, hold on. It's time for him to be brought down. He's getting real sloppy. All right. And my point, this is why I said, brought it here. It says, verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Because they're getting tired of these motherfuckers shit, in particular America. For those of you that sense what's going on, fine. For those of you that don't, yeah. This country, as you know it, America, was never great. All right. Look at the people that it trampled upon. Mainly the natives here, whose country this is, and they were Gadites. These are Israelites. Not to mention the Issacharites, Mexico. You go further down, you got Zebulon, you got, and you also have Reuben here. All right. And even when you go up north into Canada, those are still Israelites and above. All right. So these Edomites, these so-called white people, got a lot to answer for. Again, they can't see it because they're so proud. And this is another thing that this chapter addresses, the pride. All right. Verse 8, here's the point. Shall I not in that day, saith the Most High Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? All right. So let's see. It says, heretofore Edom, through its intercourse with Babylon and Egypt, and from its means of information through the many caravans passing to and fro between Europe and India, has been famed for knowledge. Everybody went to Esau, go to his universities, Cambridge, and in England. What's the other one there? Here in America, you got Yale, you got Princeton, you got these Ivy League schools here, Brown. That's a Princeton. Anyway, so you got all these. Even out west, you got your Stanfords and your Cal Polytech. What's some others out there? There's a few others out there on the West Coast, and those in between. All right. Everybody goes to this Edomite because they think he is the light bearer. Let's not forget that in the present day. All right. But his is a perversion. All right. This is not the wisdom that you want. In fact, Esau's wisdom, let me get her here, is wickedness, and therefore, let's see, where is that? Okay, that is 19. Go straight to it. It says, the knowledge, this is Sirach Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 22, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. He's fooled everybody, that's why everything is turned on its head, because people really fed into the con, all right, that this Edomite, conquered the world with his lies, his deceit. And he used religion initially to get his foot in the door, all right, then followed that up with his so-called laws. He just threw the Most High's laws behind him, as it says in Psalms 50, verse 16 and 17, and put his shit in its stead. And that's what we have here, shit. All right. It says Mount of Esau, that is Idumea, which was a mountainous region. Mount Seir, Petra. All right. So let's go back and listen to what Carlson has to say here. I'm going all around it. Here we go. Let me do something real quick, if I can remember that old adage. Let's see. Carpe. Let's see. Let's see. No, that's not what I had in mind. It was something else. Let's see. Let me see it this way. In whose interest? Alright. Let's see. let's see. Hold on. So, like, I'm just looking for. Let's see. Mm, this one up here is closest to what I was looking for. Let's see. It says, in whose interest, let's see, the United States proudly, and this is from 19 years ago, damn. The United States proudly self-identifies as the major purveyor of peace and democracy across the world. But, and this is the question, does this perception of self match up to the actual policies and history of military actions throughout recent decades? And the answer would be a resounding hell no. All right. Another one, it says, are the United States' seemingly constant wars of aggression befitting to achieving peace? Again, no. These are some of the central dichotomies addressed in this short film in whose interest, all right? So that's my point. But I was trying to get the Latin. Dang it. Let's see. What? Let's see. That's just another fancy way of, another way of saying it, closely related, that is, where the hell am I going? Salaki. Anyway, I forget how to navigate this thing. Anyway, so, there's a couple of other culprits, but come on, let's continue though, so I won't interfere. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Did you hear that? This is in January. Biden speech was in February. So again, this is with forethought. If you in a court of law, was it malice, forethought? All right, so they plan this shit out. From who? And when did this happen? Now, can't you see why when we always bring up the scripture here? Because people are tired of America's bullshit. And this chapter here at the beginning, it talks about the great prostitute and the beast. America is that prostitute. And as we scroll down, we get to right here. All right, because America sets over. America is the military arm of the beast system. You have London, that's the financial hub, and you have the Vatican, that's the false prophet. All right, this is our verse start at 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And that's why they've come up America. We don't know what other countries, maybe Russia for sure, maybe, but added in an additional military branch, which America calls Space Force. This is like something straight out of, Stargate SG-1 or something, Yeah, but this is what they're preparing for right here. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. 2 Ezra 13th chapter goes into this, all right? It says, even though they're filled with fear, they durst fight, all right? 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples, all right? And multitude and nations and tongues. 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. This is why. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. 17, and this is something that, when you go to the previous chapter, Revelation 16, it tells you about, starting with 12, about the Euphrates drying up, which it is in actuality. Yes, that's in the news. Go search for yourself. It has been doing that lately. All right. And how, the angels are making, playing with the minds of these leaders. They think they're, because they're so filled with pride, they think that they're doing this on, on their own. But no. All right. It says, making way for the kings of the east. Anyway, 17, for the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, not theirs, his, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. What is it? Prophecy must be fulfilled. All right. 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. All right, that is America. All right, so let's go back. People are just fed up. All right, they've been caught so much lately. Like I said, that's why I read Obadiah there. All right, the old boy just ain't got it no more. The Most High took it. He can't run them same games and schemes like he used to. Continuing on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the history of this devil on this earth. He just summed it up. All right, and he pats himself on the back. That's that pride. But nothing for the Jakes down in Mississippi. And come to find out what's going on down in Florida with that latest hurricane, Ian. Jake getting left out. Ain't that a bitch? See, for those of you that want to stay here, that think you can just work harder here in America. Newton. But that was here long before Newton. There you go. See, that's the spirit. Did I not just say that London was the financial hub? You know, that three-headed monster? That's already started. So there you have it. Uh, ain't no need to go into the rest of this. Like, damn. And I think that Norwegian pipeline, I think that was the very next day. So that's highly suspicious. All right. To say the least. So, yeah, you know, time is short, people. Time is. Here's a little something right here. Tweet. Radio Genova says oceanic crowd today in Brussels to protest against increases in gas and energy bills and EU policy. The high price crisis we are experiencing is caused by sanctions on Russia and the excess profits of multinationals, not wages. So see, here it is coming up. We're in the fall now, so won't be long for winters here. So just more people to be mad at, and they already suspect, let's be honest, they already suspect the United States. They already suspect America. All right, they just don't have that glaring smoking gun. All right. What? Breaking market news says German economy minister Habeck. Speculations about the reason for Nord Stream 1 leak are currently forbidden. What the fuck? So they're telling you what you cannot think now? Can and cannot think? But it's like, this is what we try to tell you people out there. An Edomite is an Edomite. It don't get caught up in all these, well, we have a democracy over here it's communism, it's socialism over here, whatever. They're the same people. How you be an idiot and a fool, and let's face it, most people are, and we were at one time or another in that category, you know, believe that the horse shit that came out of this motherfucker's mouth. All right, but they're all wicked. They're all the same nation. They all have to go. All right, doesn't matter what type of government. If at the head you got the wicked ruler, should be common sense. Anyway, so with that, again, this has been Biden regime threatened to sabotage and destroy the Nord Stream 2 pipeline months before explosion. So this goes all the way back to what we have proof of right here in video to January. So we're looking at 10 months now, at least. So this is all planned, all right? And Putin, he tired of this shit. They really want Putin out of there. They really do. All right. Hey, so with that, until the next video, once again, I hope whoever views this is edified. Stay prayed up, as always, for the brethren across four corners. And right now for the Ockham in Florida and those states affected by the recent hurricane. But in general, all right, because you know what we do, you know, telling the truth in the midst of this wicked ass world. So with that, hey, shalom.